Hi guys, today is April 20th, 2020, and futures are down about 500 points as oil is crashing down about 37% right now, WTI for May delivery. And that's big news, even bigger than COVID-19 news right now. And oil companies are in trouble, what can I say? So in separate note, lawmakers are still trying to approve the $350 billion additional loan programs to small businesses. So markets are lower. Let's jump to S&P 500, stock symbol SPY, and SPY has been rising recently, but I'm expecting a pullback. I don't know where this pullback is going to go, but I'm expecting several days pullback in my opinion, but because SPY is trading pretty high in my opinion at PE that's like 22 or 23 even. So I would be very careful buying stocks at this point, but there are a lot of puts that are carrying a lot of value, so I would be concentrating on selling puts in this environment. Okay, let's jump to corporate news. Ally Financial. Ally Financial is the biggest, largest car finance company in the US by volume, and they reported not so good earnings. They have allocated 903 million in loan loss production, in loan loss provision, and I mean, in general, the stock, I wouldn't touch the stock in general because it's a credit company, and there are a lot of problems with the credit right now, as you know. I mean, my favorite one is in this space is Synchrony Financial, but still, even Synchrony, I wouldn't touch right now. Okay, so let's stay in financial theme. JP Morgan, they have dispersed $14 billion in funds to small businesses under the CARE program, and they said they have more applications to disperse, and they're waiting for lawmakers to approve those loans. In general, JP Morgan is a little bit too high for me in this environment, trading at low 90s. I would like JP Morgan to come down a little bit. I would be a buyer for JP Morgan in mid 80s. And my favorite one is Bank of America, because they have been reducing their risk since the 2008 financial crisis. So Bank of America is my choice. Also, I like Citigroup, I like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and my new favorite one is Bank of New York Mellon on a pullback. Bank of New York Mellon in mid 30s, I would be interested to buy this stock. Okay, so airlines are in the news today, and UAL, United Airlines, reported Q1 preliminary numbers. Obviously, they were not good, but not that bad. Revenue down 17%. But remember, guys, first quarter numbers are January, February, March. So January, February, they were still flying. So the numbers were not as bad as they will be in like May and June. And speaking of May and June, they said that they will cut their overall production, overall flying capacity 90% in May and June. So not so good news, but in mid 20s, I would be very interested in UAL, and I am also interested in Delta Airlines and JetBlue. Okay, so in separate news, Shake Shack reported that they are returning 10 million in government loans, and that's pretty good for Shake Shack. But because they said that they secured other financing, and on a separate note, they said also they will issue 75 million shares to shareholders. So they're not taking from the government, but they take from shareholders. In general, I would like to stay away from Shake Shack. If it goes under $40, I would be more interested in Shake Shack right now. So Halliburton, it's a big oil company, reported. They reported pretty good numbers, 31 cents, beat by 7 cents. But in this environment, where oil is crashing down, you don't want to be in any oil stocks because that spells trouble. Okay, so Disney is suspending pay to 100,000 employees, and the UBS downgraded Disney to neutral. In general, I don't like Disney at these prices. I'd like Disney to come down under $100. Then I would be more interested in Disney because they are very exposed to COVID-19 shutdown, with the parks, with the movies and everything else. So Disney is a good company, but I'd like it to come down to buy it. Okay, so Walmart reported that their sales jumped in March, and Walmart is trading way too high for me. I mean, yes, they are jumping. I mean, they have a lot of demand right now, and people are cleaning their shelves. But $131 in this shutdown, and don't know what's going to happen at pretty much all-time high. I don't want to buy Walmart. I mean, I'm more reserved to buying Walmart. I'm more interested in buying actually Target if it comes down also a little bit. And another stock to consider in this space is Kroger. I'm more interested in Kroger than Walmart and Target actually. At closer to $30, Kroger is a pretty good buy. Okay. DuPont, they reported earnings. They reported that they're expecting earnings of 82 to 84 cents per share, and versus 68 cents expected, suspending full year guidance, but upgraded by JP Morgan. And that's pretty good numbers for DD. I actually would be interested to buy DD around these numbers, because that's the company that's providing protective gear and other things for this COVID-19 shutdown, and I would be interested to stay in DD. Novartis said that they won the approval by FDA to conduct trial to use its malaria hydroxychloroquine drug against COVID-19, and that's a pretty good stock to be in. Novartis stock symbol NVS. Okay, so FB, Facebook. Facebook said that they're planning to introduce a mobile gaming app today, and in general they're trying to stay with other offerings with such companies like Amazon, Microsoft. But in general, in this space, I like Zynga, ZNGA. Okay, in the gaming space. So there are some companies that are moving a lot, like for example, Amar Virtual Cloud Tech, so AVCT, and as far as I know, that they have said that they announced collaboration with Citiva on COVID-19 rapid test. You don't want to buy these one-time rapid test companies, because that's very dangerous, in my opinion, because it's just a one-time and they come down. Okay, so TGNA, that's a better company to buy to me, and that's a media company, beat by 5 cents, expects higher revenue on political ads, but suspends full year guidance as many companies do. But in general, I like TGNA. That's a media company. GM. Okay, GM reported that they secured 1.95 billion credit line from companies like Citigroup and JPM. But in general, I don't like GM or Ford. I like Tesla, and Tesla is coming down today, and maybe it could be a good opportunity to buy Tesla in a sell-off. Okay, and another company that I'd like to give you is ESI. Okay, ESI, Element Solutions, that's a specialty chemical production company, and that was upgraded to buy by SunTrust, price target of $11, and that's a pretty good company to buy, in my opinion, in this environment. It's trading at under $9, and maybe it's a good time to buy it. Okay, guys, that's it. That's the wrap for the day. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and I'll see you tomorrow.